Michelle, sorry. Michelle. That's why I'm telling you, everybody first must pay tax. Yeah, let's begin there. This is not the animal farm, where some animals are more equal than others. This is Kenya. We are all equal. Everybody pays their portion of the tax. And number two, we are going to make sure that more people come into the space where they work with government to pay tax. What am I doing about it? As you just said, we are going to digitize all government services in the next 6 months. Yeah, e-citizen, which we had started in, we had started, ran into headwinds, and nobody wanted to sort it out. I came in, I called the e-citizen guys. We have sorted out the e-citizen shenanigans, and in the next 6 months, every government service will be available online, digitally. And with it, every government service where tax is payable is going to be collectible online. I am not going to wait for anybody to say, okay, I will file a return at the end of the month. There will be nothing like that. We will be paying tax as we spend our money, or as we do our business. That way, I can be able to broaden the tax base. I can be able to seal the leakages in the whole system, and watch this space. I intend to collect an extra 1 trillion shillings in the next 24 months and double our current collection by 2027 to make sure that we begin to drive the country from the cliff of debt back to sanity. And that's how we're going to take this forward.
Mr. President, now that you have engaged us on public debt, I have two questions. The first question is, out of our collection currently, about 65% goes to the payment of debt. Now the dollar, when the shilling falls, that also increases our debt by about 30 billion shillings. What is your plan to ensure you get us out of this public debt crisis?
One bullet. We collect every collectible revenue in Kenya, and everybody pays their piece, right? How will we sort this out? I have told you, I have given you my, because there is no miracle required, there is no magic required. It's just basic numbers, and it's not even difficult numbers of algorithm and what have you. It's just plus and minus, right? We are collecting 2 trillion. We are spending 1.4 trillion to pay debt. We're remaining with how much? 600 million, right? Our salaries alone is 700 billion Kenya shillings. So we have to borrow money to give to the counties. We have to borrow money to do operation and maintenance. We have to borrow. It cannot work like that, my friend. So what do we have to do?
Yes.
We need to make our numbers add up. So first thing, we drive our revenue, yeah, to make sure that, and cut down on our spending. So I am doing two things. I am cutting down on our spending. Yeah, it was projected that our deficit would be 6 point something. I have forced it to come to 5.8. Next year, my projection with my team is that we want to bring the fiscal deficit to 4.4%, so that we progressively reduce debt, progressively push our own resources, and use our own resources to run our own our development. Because if we continue in this trajectory, Ken, you know, if we continued in this trajectory of borrowing money left, right, and center, we will drive the country into bankruptcy.
Your country, Mr. President, is classified by IMF as a high-risk debt distressed country, together with the countries like Ghana, Malawi, Zambia, and the rest. Now, I'll give you an example of just two countries. The GDP per capita for Ghana is $2,445.29 US. For Kenya is a little lower, with about 400, which is about 2006 US dollars. Now,